Hey everybody, what's up? It is the 16th, Tuesday, and I missed yesterday. Sorry about that. Broke my streak. Just nothing much happened yesterday. I kind of was just very relaxed yesterday, let's put it that way. And I just couldn't get into it, and nothing really new to report. I was grading, I was watching sumo, I was watching TV, I was trying not to get sweaty. So it was a pretty boring Monday, but I got a lot done that I needed to get done. I did laundry and blah, blah, blah. So in the background, I have the sumo on the TV here. They're showing some of the guys get ready for their matches. It's about, I just finished my shift for the day. It's 5:10 in Japan right now, and I'm in a different office. I came over when I finished a few minutes ago. I walked over to the part-time teacher's office because A, they have a TV, and B, they have really good aircon, way better than it's in my office. So I wanted to chat with a coworker, and she has a class right now until 6 o'clock. So I'm going to hang out for an hour to chat with her and do some computer work and grading. But over here, which is where I would be if I didn't have my tutoring, the job that I explained, where I work in the tutoring center, and that's my office. That you saw in one of the other vlogs. And I'm hand holding my iPad right now, which is why it's shaking a little bit. I apologize. So what's to report? Okay, well, first off, in the spirit of TMI, too much information, I'm just going to let you guys know what happened today. Let's see if I can, well, there's my khaki pants, okay? I split these khaki pants. And this happens. Fat people in the summer, we sweat. And what happens is, in Japan especially, my thighs are big, they rub together, the material that's in my pants in that region, weakens, oh, there's Okonomi, he's from Shimane-ken, over time. And you can just see it, it's not as thick, it thins out inside, like my inner thigh area. And so what'll happen is I'll sit down, or I'll go to pick something up, I'll bend over, whatever, and it'll just rip along a seam. And this just happened to a black pair of pants that I have about 10 days ago. So I immediately called my family, because JCPenney, who I get my bigger clothes from, doesn't ship to Japan anymore. I'm like, Dad, I'm going to send you this pair of pants. As soon as I get money and can transfer it, I'm going to buy these pants, mail them to you, and you have to turn around and mail them to me. And of course, they have to hem them, and then they get back ordered, and I think my dad just got them in the mail today. So in the meantime, this other pair is ripped. So I'm down to a blue pair of like Dockers, kind of an olive green pair, and like a pair of like blue kind of slacks, which I kind of only wear in the winter. And so I desperately need these pants from America, so I really hope my dad did get them today and can go to the post office tomorrow and mail them. So just a hazard, just a TMI. Luckily, the pants didn't split like in the middle of a class or on my way to somewhere. They split like half an hour ago. So I was basically done for the day anyway, and they're not, my butt's not hanging out or anything. So, but yeah, being fat, just not good. So what else was I going to tell you? Oh, I got this thing in the mail. Let me not show you my address. Here's my katakana for my name. And it's from the Japan Pension Service. That, of course, is in English. But then I just thought I'd show you that like a lot of the other stuff is, all kanji. So even if you're good at Japanese or decent at speaking Japanese, you're going to get stuff like this in the mail, which you just are going to need help with. Unless you're just, JLPT 1 level, like with your kanji. So it's good to have a Japanese friend. And the coworker that I'm going to speak with at 6 o'clock, she is Japanese, and she will help me read this and just, if it's something I just need to file away, if it's something I need to know. It looks just like a notification, like, hey, this is what you paid into the pension service over the past 30 months. It looks like just information. I can kind of suss out what some stuff is, of course. What else did I want to tell you today? I just wanted to have kind of a regular vlog, because no big shakes are happening today. I came back to school after the holiday, but luckily I don't have any classes on Tuesday, so I got all prepared for tomorrow. Did some more grading, helped some students. One teacher kind of cruelly assigned this tongue twister for her students as their speaking test, and it's Betty Botter bought a bit of bitter butter to make her batter better. I don't know, I didn't memorize it, but I was helping her, pronounce all the words, and I don't know if you've ever heard that one, but it was a tough one for her. So, combate to her to try and say that out loud in class on Thursday. So that's the kind of thing sometimes people will come in and ask me to help them with. The other thing I just wanted to let you know is if you come over to Japan, the good thing about Jet, if you come over as a Jet, is all the things that you're going to want, all the little gadgets you're going to want in your life. Jet is very good about helping you out. Now, when I say Jet, I mean that's not some phantom organization from on high. You'll have basically every BOE, Board of Education, will have a liaison, a person assigned to kind of handle the Jets. Jets, plural, maybe just one. When I was in Taisha, it was just me. I had my own liaison person. But then when Izumo, Gape, absorbed Taisha, there was one lady who was in charge of 9 of us. But she was awesome. Most of the supervisors are awesome people. Sometimes it's just some schlub that, doesn't really speak English that well and is just assigned the position for a year. So sometimes you do have to suffer through somebody that's not as great. But basically, they're good folk. They want to help you. And especially when you're very new and they know that, they will go out of their way to try to help you. Your apartment is obviously going to be semi-furnished. Hopefully it'll be nice and clean and everything like that when you take it over. Maybe you're going to talk to your predecessor and get some of their items. Maybe it's brand new. Maybe they sold off everything for money and it's going to be somewhat empty. The BOE certainly owns certain things in your apartment that they shouldn't have been able to sell, like your bed or your futon, your microwave, your rice cooker, probably your TV, etc., etc. But you're going to come here, and of course, you're now in the internet age, right? So you're immediately going to want Wi-Fi. You're going to want, all that stuff, a cell phone. I didn't get a cell phone, as I've said many times famously. I didn't have a cell phone my whole 5 years I was in Japan the first time, but now that smartphones have come along, I love my smartphone, and it is a very valuable little tool to have. So there's basically 2 options. You can go smartphone Android, or you can go iPhone. iPhone limits the carriers right now to SoftBank and AU, but you'll learn more about that. And this is where the people that are veteran Jets are going to come in and just really be helpful. They're going to guide you. They're going to say, hey, this is what I got. Oh, in our town, SoftBank sucks. We don't get any reception. Go with AU, et cetera, et cetera. So talk to the people that have been Jets in your area. And they'll also help you, suss out, well, how do I pay for, internet access at my house? Well, here, this is what I do. Now, me personally, I pay a bundle. I pay NTT for my phone, my landline phone, and my internet. And it's all sort of bundled together. And I have a router that I bought just at an electronics store to give myself Wi-Fi in my apartment. And the cost of that is about 7,000 yen a month, so about $70 a month. And it's unlimited, it's pretty fast. I can't complain. And yeah, I think it was a little cheaper when I first got it because they were doing some kind of introductory special for the first 6 months or something, and then the price. So it was like 5,500 yen for a while, and then it reverted back to the normal 7,000. So right now at the exchange rate, that's about $70. And I just go down to a conveni, get the bill, go down to a conveni, a 7-Eleven, a Lawson's, and give them cash and pay the bill each month. It's really easy, but you can also, I'm sure, set it up to have it taken out of your banking account. All that stuff will definitely, your supervisor, your liaison, will help you set up your bank account, set up your bills, take over bills from your predecessor if that's what needs to be done. Like electricity and stuff. Some other companies, you're not going to get that person. If you come over here as just like me, Like when I came to Hamada, I didn't necessarily have that person, obviously, but there have been some people on campus that have been very helpful to me that are Japanese that have called, like, help me with my landlord and stuff initially, and then it starts to all just become routine. So yeah, and then Keitai, you'll have to get your Gaikoku to Rokushomeisho, which is your gaijin card. At least the little piece of paper that says you applied for it before you can go and get your cell phone. So just don't expect to be really connected the first couple weeks. Tell your relatives, tell your super honey bunny, tell your grandma and grandpa, hey, I might not be able to email you. I'm not going to be uploading tons of pictures in maybe the first 10 days to 2 weeks I'm in country, because A, you're going to be busy, and B, you're not going to probably have that kind of connectivity at your house. So no porn, no iTunes downloading, no, I don't know, shopping network, Amazon, whatever it is that you do on the internet to waste time, Facebook. Of course, at work, at the BOE, where you probably will just have to go and hang out because there won't be any classes going on when you arrive, you should at least be able to check your Gmail, check your email and do stuff like that. You obviously shouldn't be sitting on the computer at the BOE, cruising Facebook. Probably doesn't look that good. What else? But yeah, so just be patient with that. It does sometimes take a little while, and luckily, if you're lucky, maybe some tech person from the BOE who's in charge of installing the network computers at the schools or something will come over and help you set everything up, because everything's going to be in Japanese, and sometimes it can be a little difficult when you're just first setting up all those passwords, but then just get them all saved and you'll never have to think about it again unless the power goes out or something, and then you'll be running around going, shit, where did I put that booklet, where's that password, God damn it. Or somebody will come to stay at your apartment, they're like, Jason, what's the password to get on your Wi-Fi? And I'm like, I have no clue. It's just all automatic on an Apple. Yeah, so, just be patient when you first get here. You'll get every awesome gadget, etc., that you want, but it won't be the second day you're off the plane. So, and as far as all the questions I get about can I bring my iPhone that I have now and blah, 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 I don't really know a lot about that. Just troll some of the forums to find out. I think the answer is no, that you have to buy the actual cell phone or at least rent it while you're here, and just get a new one. And which is why some people might opt for Android, because it might be cheaper than an iPhone, but I think iPhone is totally worth it. And I also have my iPad that I'm using to film this, is kind of I'm paying it off as I go along over a 2-year contract with SoftBank. Yeah, so try to bring some cash. I've talked about all this in other vlogs, but try to bring some cash for those first 3 or 4 weeks before you get your first paycheck, and your first paycheck might only be half a paycheck, or something. So, it's good to have a little bit of money when you first come over to help pay for some of these things and get some things set up, bills put in your name, etc. All right, 13 minutes. I don't know how I did it. Sumo's going on. Go over to my sumo channel if you want to watch more. I do full coverage. Right now I'm DVRing. Is that a word? I'm using my digital video recorder at home to tape this, and then when I get home I sit down and watch each match individually, and I pick 3 or 4 and I do commentary on them, and I put them on this channel called Jason's with an S, Jason's in Japan. So if you want to see sumo, go there. That's Gagamaru. He's very large. Okay, see you guys. He probably splits his pants too. Damn. Really hope my dad gets those pants to me soon. Okay, peace. 2 fingers. See ya.